Boy gets stuck in the zombie apocalypse, but he's actually happy about it.
The story begins as we see a man running through the city.
Okay.
There is chaos everywhere, and we see it's the zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
The man is chased by countless zombies, and he thinks that life has become a living hell.
Let's be honest, I'd survive the zombie apocalypse. If we want to be honest. Especially if zombies are like the Walking Dead zombies, I am not getting touched. If they're like World War Z zombies or Call of Duty zombies, when them niggas like, you know, making all those crazy noises, I give myself a 75% survival rate. But Walking Dead, I'm surviving 100% of the time. Hey, I'm live on Twitch every single Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Link is in the description. I better see you there.
But this just turns out to be a movie, as we meet a boy named Akira, who thinks that such a life would be better than working at his office. We see that it's almost 4 a.m., and he thinks he should get to sleep because he has work soon, but he wishes he didn't have to go as he passes out. 3 years work soon, but he wishes he didn't have to go as he passes.
What the hell? How does one live like this? How does one live like this? I don't understand. How? I don't. This nigga tweaking.
Passes out. 3 years earlier, we see Akira starting his new job at a production company. He introduces himself to everyone, and he finds there is a good atmosphere among his colleagues.
He drinking that bus. He's gay. He's drinking that black bus too. He can't take his hands off the BBC. Even when he's at work, he's thinking about black penis. That's insane.
He is excited to get started, and we learn this is his dream job. The boss shows him to his desk, and he is introduced to his department chief. He thinks about how he will be creating big commercials, thinking he might even meet celebrities along the way.
Oh,
and he
man.
even meets a cute girl after she bumped into him. He quickly...
I feel like if I bump into someone and my hands are full, I'm not dropping everything in my hands. They be acting like they're running into a brick wall. She just has like double D's, bro. That's not a brick wall. You shouldn't be dropping nothing.
helps her pick up her things, and she introduces herself as Tori from accounting, telling him she is always happy to help, and wishing him luck on his first day. At night, Akira goes out for drinks with his colleagues, and they get to know him better. They find out where he went to school, and that he is really into rugby, and they think he is going to be a great addition to their team.
That's good.
He shares a look with Tori, thinking she is super cute, and he is inspired to work hard to make a good impression on her. The night carries on, and Akira looks forward to seeing everyone the next day.
Okay.
But they all suddenly get back up, preparing to get back to the office. They keep on working, and we see it's already 2 a.m. Akira thinks something is wrong, but his colleagues act like this is normal.
These niggas are drugged. See, guys, this the real plot here is talking about the abused workers, the abused overworked people in the Japanese culture, and how they feel like they have to always work because they'll be frowned and shamed upon if they don't always work, which leads to people living in the type of space he's living in when he feels like he doesn't want to work no more. He doesn't need to. You know what I'm saying? It causes a deep depression. So we're really supposed to be feeling for these niggas, bro. I really don't care.
He ends up pulling an all-nighter, even sleeping in the office. This continues to go on, and the next evening, he wonders when he will be able to go home, ending up pulling another all-nighter until he is finally able to leave 2 days later.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
He gets home.
The way they be working, that I've seen that they be working in Japan, I wouldn't survive. I couldn't. Their average meal in Japan too is not enough for me. I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't live. I would need like 3 of their serving sizes, not gonna lie to you.
Exhausted, collapsing on his bed, and realizing he's being exploited by the company. He wakes up at 6 a.m., barely functioning, and he starts wishing he didn't have to work. But he snaps himself out of it, thinking he just needs to suck it up and work hard, seeing it as the job he's always wanted. As he heads into work, we learn that their company has good employee policies, like annual paid vacations
Okay.
and even mental health days.
Oh,
but
good.
It turns out no one has ever used them, and they even compete to see who has the most unpaid overtime.
They compete to see who works for free the most. That's insane. That is insanity, bro. No, I worked 60 hours this week without getting paid. Really? I worked 65.
Akira's senior treats him to dinner, but even though he has been working there for 5 years, he is severely underpaid. His colleagues all seem to have developed
How much is
health
underpaid?
issues, and we also see that the chief is quite temperamental,
How
often
much is
berating them
underpaid?
and even causing some of them to cry.
No.
But despite all of this, Akira makes it to his second year.
How?
His health starts to get worse,
I
and
would've
his
quit in a
hygiene
week.
starts to suffer, and he gets told his colleague just quit, so he has to take over his work. He dreads having to pull another all-night.
I would have 1 week. I would have been done. I would have knew better. I'd rather be a bum. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's better to be a bum than being a hard worker.
But Tori cheers him up, bringing him some food because she noticed he was too busy working. She is the only one keeping him going, but she gets called away by the boss, and we learn she is his mistress.
I didn't want to say it because I felt like I was gonna sound sexist if I said the only reason she's able to look so happy is because she doesn't have to work because she be fucking. But I felt it was sexist. But I was right!
Akira gets off work super late, and he wonders why he is still working for the company. He thinks about getting another job, but he thinks he has no time to look for one, even thinking about how his team would feel about covering for his work. In his third year, he deals with an impossible client who demands they rewrite the scenario to add the director's nephew. Akira says it's impossible, mentioning they have already been through 5 revisions, but the client threatens
This
to take
man's
his
depressed.
business elsewhere, and Akira has no choice but to try and make
Look
it
at
work.
this man, he
He knows they
tweaking.
don't have the budget to make the changes, and he starts to reach his breaking point, and things are just as bad in the office. He thinks about ending it all, so that he doesn't need to worry about work anymore.
I would have took the step. But that's because I just have huge balls and I don't hesitate. You know what I'm saying? If I see the opportunity, I take it. I would jump. I would ring right into that train. Yep.
He makes it back home, continuing to work, and we see there is a report about an outbreak, as he eventually passes out, wishing he could just not wake up. But his alarm goes off the next day, and he mindlessly prepares to go to work. He notices he has an unpaid bill, so he goes to find the building manager. He doesn't answer his door, and Akira thinks he is going to be late for work. When he finds him, the manager has become a zombie and is going to be late for work. When he
I thought someone's legs were wide open. I was confused. I'm like, during the zombie
finds
apocalypse.
him,
What am I looking at? What? No, what do I see right now?
the manager has become a zombie, and Akira takes a moment to realize what's going on. The manager goes after him, and he quickly runs away, but there are even more zombies that start chasing after him. As he runs, a door opens in front of him, and he runs right into it.
Okay.
He realizes
Okay, these zombies are kind of tweaking. Okay. These are tweaked zombies. My survival rate's 60%. There's a 60% chance I'll survive this because this is kind of crazy.
as everyone has become a zombie,
They a little
and
fast.
he wonders what he should do. He thinks he is going to be late for work, but as he gets outside, he sees everything is in chaos, but all he can think about is the fact he doesn't need to go to work anymore. He realizes he is finally free as he jumps away from the zombies. He keeps on running,
nigga turned Super
thinking how his
Saiyan.
world was just dark. Jumps away
Did he just
from the
Naruto run
zombies.
too?
He keeps on running.
This man's so happy that he doesn't have to go to work that he started stealing shit from other anime. This is insane.
Thinking how his world was just darkness, but he is finally able to see how colorful the world is. Celebrating his day off work, he makes it over a fence, having a chance to relax, and he wonders what he should do. He thinks about going on holiday,
Where's
going
your family
skydiving,
at?
or just binging on some movies. He thinks he can finally do the things he has always wanted to do. He suddenly thinks about Tori, wondering if she is safe. Even though she has a thing with the boss, Akira decides to confess the feelings he has had for her.
He's a cuck. He's a cuck. I'm ashamed to say. I'm really ashamed to say. Where's Adam 22 at? Adam! I found your boy!
Not wanting to have any more regrets, he rides his bike through the city while dodging the zombies, and he manages to make it to her apartment.
This man's
thanks to using
going
the company
through
emergency contact list.
This man was going through the street on a bike through pure chaos with a smile on his face. He's insane.
He reaches her door, but starts to get cold feet, thinking she will find him creepy for showing up at her house. But he reasons he is just checking up on her. He finds her door is unlocked,
She's
so
dead
he
as
calls
hell.
out for her, but he notices the shoes of another man. He sees his boss in front of him, but he starts transforming into a zombie. Akira
He must have had some magical coochie. That thing had him transforming. I see why. I see why she don't gotta work, bro. I don't know. I'm getting kind of curious.
confronts his boss about how he was treated at the company, announcing his resignation as he tackles his boss and pushes him out of the window.
Where the hell did that come
His boss
from?
splatters down below, and he notices Tori in the next room. However, he's too late. She is already turning into a zombie.
I still hit. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bag. Just throw a bag on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, you feel what I'm saying? It's in the world. You gotta take what you can take.
Akira confesses his feelings about how he has been in love with her ever since the first day they met. But she lunges at him as he runs away, saying goodbye to his first love. We see that the zombies have spread all across the city,
bro?
and they have completely taken over. At night, spread all across the city, and they have
Look at this homo zombie action. Love to see it. I don't know what this bro doing, bro. I don't know what he doing.
completely taken over. At night, Akira gets some supplies from the 7-Eleven. He thinks he is dreaming, never having to go to work again. He feels liberated after his confession.
He don't care about
thinking
anyone's
he could
death.
die at any time, and that there's never enough time to do all the things he wants. So he gets a notebook to write down the 100 things he wants to do before he dies.
Okay.
But that's where this video ends.
Wait, what? Reborn as a vending machine? You switched up halfway through the video? It's because the first video didn't reach 8 minutes, so you couldn't put ads on it? I respect it! I respect it! Let's keep pushing this.
The story begins by the lake, as our hero finds the surroundings unfamiliar. He suddenly remembers he was driving along on his scooter when a vending machine ahead of him got loose, and it ends up smashing into him.
Chat, if I ever die like that, do not remember me. I don't want y'all spamming RIPs. I don't want y'all to say, "Oh, he was such a fun, fantastic creator." I don't want y'all to say a word. If anyone talks about me and I die like that, I just want y'all to say ... I'm gonna keep it a buck. Just say ... Ain't no way.
He is surprised he is still alive, but he soon finds he is unable to move. He suddenly hears his voice, welcoming customers to use him, and he realizes he has been reincarnated as a vending machine. We learn he was actually a vending machine fanatic, so he is surprisingly happy about his new form.
Okay, sure. Whatever you say.
He admires his affordable products and sleek design, but he soon realizes his new form might be a problem. He wonders if it was thanks to God that he was turned into the thing he loved, and he decides to just accept things. He is able to say the standard things for a vending machine, such as insert a coin, and
What do you
thanks for
mean
buying.
say things? I have not met a vending machine that speaks. That must be a Japan thing, bro. They have talking vending machines? I can finally go make a friend.
He thinks about what else he can do, trying to understand his new body. He sees some writing, and he realizes it's the items he is selling. There are currently only 2 items, mineral
Ew.
water and corn soup.
But when he upgrades, he can sell more items like Doritos and fajitos. Yeah!
He hears a voice telling him that he can change the items by spending points, and he sees he has 1,000 points. He learns that points are converted from money, which are then used to replenish or change the goods sold. or even gain additional functions.
W plot.
After further
plot.
investigation, he learns that the points allow him to keep different items at different temperatures, and he is also able to warm up frozen food, or add hot water to ramen.
What?
He checks out what other items he has,
The nigga
and
broken.
he finds he has a range of items that he would buy from vending machines when he was alive. He decides to try changing his item to milk tea, so he spends 10 points, and the milk teas appear inside him. It
Is
seems
milk tea good, bro? They be talking about milk tea something crazy in anime, bro. I need to try some. But that sounds bad. That don't sound good though. But they like it, I
he
guess.
can gain 1 point per 100 yen, and as he learns more about himself, he finds he doesn't require electricity for power, but he consumes his points for power instead. He uses 1 point per hour, which means he uses 24 points per day.
Yeah.
So he thinks he needs to earn at least 2,400 yen each day to survive. Since he still has 990 points, he can operate for about a month, but he thinks he shouldn't waste his points until he can get a more steady income. But he realizes he is in the middle of nowhere, and after a day, he starts to panic.
What the fuck is this, bro? I'm not gonna lie. This is so stupid, bro. This is so stupid. How do I get milk tea?
Thinking he is doomed, because no one will ever use him. However, at that moment, a giant frog appears. It approaches him, but it gets
What?
startled by his voice welcoming it.
What?
The frog starts attacking him with its club, and his
What?
durability gets lowered. He learns that if his
What?
durability reaches 0, he will
What?
break and become unusable. The frog keeps on attacking him, and he sees his durability rapidly decreasing. He notices there is a magic stat, so he is surprised there is magic in this world. He is able to repair his durability with his points, so he thinks he can just wait for the frog to get bored. But the frog suddenly calls its friends.
Damn!
Seeing the frog's axe, he starts to panic, and he tries to find a function that will save him, but there is nothing useful. The frogs keep beating him up.
I
but
can
he
imagine
suddenly
getting
notices
game
he
banged by a
can gain
frog.
blessing from God. He is able to choose from a number of different abilities, so he gains the barrier ability, and he is able to push the frogs away. He thinks he
What
is
the
invincible,
hell, bro?
but his points start decreasing rapidly as the frogs keep on attacking him.
Jesus!
The frogs eventually get bored, and he manages to survive. He uses his points to repair his durability.
How much points
and
do you
we
have
see
left?
he is down to 311 points.
Damn.
A few days later, he still hasn't been able to sell anything, but a girl suddenly appears. She is on alert at first.
Hold on. I'm 90% sure that's a Vegeta stance right there. I think I've seen Vegeta hit one of these. You're not slick. Put your breast up.
But she notes how she is starving, saying she isn't cut out to be a hunter. It seems she was hunting the
That's
frogs,
Vegeta or
but
Goku,
she
bro.
hasn't had any luck. She notices the vending machine, but she is unfamiliar with what it can do. She is startled when she hears his voice, welcoming her and telling her to insert a coin. The girl wonders what kind of coins it takes.
That's Goku?
She tries a copper coin, but it's not accepted, and he learns he needs to acquire the coin conversion function to accept it. He quickly learns the skill for 100 points, and his prices change, allowing the girl to realize it will cost her 1 silver coin. She thinks it's expensive, but she decides to try it anyway
Okay,
because
I thought she was gonna be a brokey, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't play with the brokies around here. Cut. Yeah, I was saying big silver. We get big silver coins on standby at all times. Nigga, you not walking around with a silver. You're broke. Like, what is this?
He is starving. He becomes excited to finally have his first sale, and the girl chooses his soup item. She takes it out from him, and she is surprised it is still hot. She tastes the soup, and she finds it delicious, saying it's better than anything else that's around.
She drunk the soup? You drunk the soup? Like you drunk the soup like that?
He is overwhelmed with pleasure to bring her such joy, and the girl wonders what other items he has. She enjoys his milk tea as well, and she ends up buying a few more corn soups. So he ended up making about 6 silver coins, which converts to 60 points.
Nice.
The girl ends up falling asleep beside him, but he protects her with his barrier, seeing her as a precious customer. When the girl wakes up, she thanks him for all the food, and she is startled when she hears his voice. She wonders if he is able to talk, because she knows someone who invents tools that have magical power, so she wonders if he can only say certain lines. She notices he can understand her, and they come up with a way to talk, where he will say hello to answer yes, and thank you to answer no.
So he's kind of like Inumaki, who'd be like, salmon, fish sandwiches, torpedoes, leggings. Like he kind of like just like it. Inumaki, right? That's his name, right? Yeah.
She introduces herself as Llamas, and she starts trying to learn more about him. He can't tell her his name, so she decides to call him Boxo. She wonders if he is lonely,
Boxo.
and she suggests moving him. He agrees to this, and the girl suddenly picks him up. He can't believe she is so strong, but he is glad to finally move. It turns out Llamas has the blessing of might, which explains her insane strength.
Oh yeah, the
She
blessing
takes a
of might. I got that when I was like, I think I was 6.5, bro. Yeah, but it's a very temporary thing. Like it only lasts for like 6-7 months, so that's why I don't have it no more. But yeah, I remember that, bro. Back in my heyday. Damn, those were some good times, man.
Break after a while, wanting to have some more corn soup, but he thinks the soup isn't very filling, so he decides to find her something else. Llamas is
Milk your customer. He hasn't learned from none of the CEOs, none of the billionaires, bro. It may not fill her up, but she's gonna keep buying, bro. You gotta generating the income. Come on, man.
surprised seeing he can change his items, and she decides to try it out. It's a can of potato chips, and she finds it absolutely
hungry.
delicious,
I'm
eating
hungry,
multiple
bruh.
cans. And
Oh
he
my
manages
God,
to
I'm
recover
hungry.
back up to 320 points.
Dang it.
They make it back to the village,
Dang it.
and the guards wonder what she has brought back. She explains it as a magical tool that can grant items in exchange for money, saying she found it by the lake. She wonders if it's okay to keep, and the guards mention it's normal for whoever finds something in a dungeon to become its rightful owner.
I'm really realizing that he's really trying to chill through life as a vending machine. They animated this. They saw a story about a vending machine and they animated it, bruh. It's like Rimuru. You feel what I'm saying? That time I got reincarnated as a slime started a mean wave. We have people reincarnated as spiders, swords, vending machines. What's next? Semen?
And Boxo wonders if they are in a dungeon, but thinks it's not possible because he is able to see the sky. The guards are surprised he can talk, so they think he could be sold for a high price, but Llamas says she is taking him to meet her friend. The guards try buying from him, and they are instantly impressed, going on to try all of his items. They
they're
tell
making
Llamas
me
to bring
so
him around
hungry,
once in a
bro.
while, and Boxo thinks business is looking up. They get inside the village, and Llamas notices a girl being bullied. She beats up
Boxo gonna put everyone out of business. The village is gonna hate Boxo. R.I.P. Boxo, man, in the future.
one of the thugs, but we see that despite her strength, she struggles to land a hit on the men. The men decide to run away, and Llamas checks up on the girl. Llamas goes to the inn, and her friend Monami rushes to her, glad that she returned unharmed. It seems Llamas was left behind by some other hunters, but Monami tells her she has helped her spread bad rumors about them.
What?
She turns her attention to Boxo, and she thinks Llamas has brought back more junk, but Llamas claims he is super useful. As Llamas sets him up outside,
Okay.
Monami knows she wants to go to the surface to
That's
show
beautiful. Right outside the house, outside the building near the entrance. You did a great spot for someone who's dumb.
Boxo off to her friend, but Monami wonders how she will pay for the transfer circle. Despite being able to see the sky, they are apparently in a dungeon called the Clearflow Lake. It seems a transfer circle is required to leave, but it seems Llamas has spent all her money on his items. Monami tells Llamas to make some money working at her inn, and she hopes Boxo will also help to attract customers. The people are soon attracted by how good his items are, and he is able to sell quite a lot. At night, Llamas takes him over to the guards at the gate, but they eventually get bored of his items, so he thinks it's time.
No, that is not how that fucking works. Hell no. I ain't seen people hungry be like, nah, okay, I'm bored of I'm bored of being full. I don't like being full no more. That's bullshit. Not that fast. He must have been selling some low quality. I promise you, if he was selling spicy Cheetos, there's no way in hell they would have got over those in a day or two. I promise you, bro. It would have at least took like a month. At least.
He added some new items. It seems he has been able to sell over 400 items, and he now has over 3,000 points. He suddenly glows, and the guard is surprised to see there is a new item. It costs 3 silver coins, but the guard is excited to try
What is
something
it?
new. They wonder how to eat it, but there are luckily instructions on the can. It turns out to be
Oh.
stew, and the guards are impressed by the delicious flavors, wanting to buy even more. After a few
I'm
days,
so polluted by Food Wars. I was so ready for his clothes to just bust
word
off.
about his new item spreads around the village, and it seems to be a big hit. But during the day he makes it unavailable, so he doesn't compete with the inn's restaurant business. The girl that Llama saved approaches him, but she gets startled by his voice, so she throws a rock at him and runs away. Their days
Little
continue
bitch.
as Llamas takes him over to the guards at night. She talks to him as they walk, and she hopes they can talk for real one day, which is why they need to get to her friend on the surface. Llamas is glad to have found him, and he thinks that being reincarnated as a vending machine isn't so bad.
No, this is a good 1 episode anime, bro. I'm not about to sit here and watch a whole series of this man just changing his food from the inside. That is the story. Absolutely not.